Did you know that you are a teacher? Regardless of your age, your life experiences, what you do on your free time, we all have gone through different events in our lives. We have all addressed what was happening. We we made decisions on what we thought was the best answer, and we learned and moved forward. And that's why I said that everybody can be a teacher. I'm a high school teacher for the last 20 years, and I learned quite a bit. I learned about my topics. I also learned about students, teenagers, school system. So what happens is I am aware of that information and I can help every student, or my hope is always to help as many students, if not all students, that come my way to succeed, to have success where they're at, and be able to move forward. Now, if some of you are, for example, you think, well, I'm just 15 years old. What would I know? Well, if you're 15, you're a teenager. You've lived through some experiences. You've learned, and what you've learned is specific to you. No one else has learned what you've learned, the way you learned, and that's what it's interesting. If you're in your 20s and you're starting a new job and you're addressing what to do to meet new people, to move up in the ladder if you are in a corporate world, or if you want to start your own business, the way you start your own business, the way you address situations, and the way you learn forward when you fail, only you can do that. If you're in the 40s, 50s, if you are retired, if you're retired, the chances are that you were able to have a lifelong of experiences with respect to work, with possibly family from different countries. And that is what is interesting, because everybody, through their experiences, learn um, learn about life. And sometimes it could be blessings. We have lots of blessings in our lives. Uh, you know what? We learn from blessings and we help others. Sometimes we have daily issues. Sometimes we have larger problems. But even that, when we have those, we address them with solutions we think are important. And what happens is resolutions happen. If there are good resolution from a problem, you guess what? We learn, we move forward. And if it was not a great solution and then we fail, then at least we can learn something, and then I call it failing forward. Then you can address a new solution to the problem and see how far you can go. So I do believe that you as a person also have an amazing life experience. And through that, you've learned amazing things. And only you know how you dealt with your own situation. Only you learned the way you learn and the lessons, the life lessons you learn. And therefore, you're a teacher because out there are people that are having similar life situations and they're looking for solutions and they could learn from you. And guess what? This is what life is all about. Life is about addressing what happens in our daily lives, address them, and move forward. My hope as a teacher is that students that are coming to my class will be able to do better than I do in the long run. Because what will be for me, there'll be no reason for me to say, well, this is what I know, and I hope for you to stay the same, or at least achieve the level I'm at. It's I don't think it's realistic, because technologies change, society changes, and therefore when students come to my class, I always try to give them the tools so that when they move on to the next class, they move on to the next step in their lives, they can do greater things that I can do. And that is what I hope for them, because I share what I know to them. They take the information, they include it with their own life's experience, and they move forward. Now, think about that. So I started to teach in 1999. So that means that if some people, let's say, so I taught some grade 12 and 13th in that time. So they were, let's say, 19, 18 plus 22. So these individuals are 40. they're 40 years old. So they graduated with the information I shared with them. And now they're in their 30s. Many of them are in their 20s. Many of them are still in their teens. So that means that we always hope that people coming to our lives who can share enough information, enough of our stories so that they can learn from them, make it their own, so that they can maybe bypass some of the situations they encounter so they can move faster forward. That's all we can ask. That's what parents are trying to do. This is what people in the service industries are trying to do. We're always trying to help people to become better at who they are so that they can move forward as independently as possible. So on this, if you have a chance, write in the comments below. I would love to know what are the things that you feel you could teach to the world, regardless if it is about for teenagers, about gaming, about how making friends, to how to go to post-secondary activities and learning, getting a new job in your 20s, going up in responsibilities in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, having families maybe for some of you. And if you have retired already, tell me what you can teach others from your life experience. And that amazing thing is that people reading the comments might learn from you. And that's how we can build a community. On this, I'm going to show you a video to the next. It's going to be actually the playlist of that I called the Milestone Challenge. My Milestone Challenge is to reflect on how I can make where I am at this time better for the future. So that's something I want for me and something I want for you as well. So I'll see you here. You'll see there are amazing videos, and I'll see you there.